Premier League football manager would have a meltdown of the schedule that the ice hockey players have to go through. They were in action last night. They took on Glasgow Clan and beat them in overtime. Again, another overtime win for Blaze. JD Dudek scored a hat-trick as they won 4-3. They now go to Glasgow tomorrow to play the return match at the Braehead Arena. And then they're back on Saturday to play Guildford Flames at home. I'm just exhausted thinking about it, but I'm delighted to be joined on the line by JD Dudek, who scored that hat-trick last night. JD, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Are you coping with the schedule? Because it is unbelievable.
No, we got a pretty big schedule, and crazy thing is in the States we actually play more, so it's a little less games out here, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, it's definitely a rigorous schedule out here.
Well, talk us through last night. I mean, the overtime win. I don't know how many you've had this season, but it's a heck of a lot.
It is. I don't know. We keep talking about it. We kind of just keep our head down and keep doing our thing in overtime, and it's got to be some sort of record going on, but I actually have no clue, but it's been pretty special with this group we got going on right now.
Well, I suppose you must, if you go into overtime, you must go into it feeling pretty confident. You've done this before.
Yeah, no, it's nice to have that confidence. Obviously, it would be nice to pull some of these games out in regulation so we're not giving away some of these points, but no, we definitely feel confident with our group in 3-on-3, and if it needs to be a shootout, we feel confident with that as well. So no, we feel good in overtime.
But obviously a good game for you, scoring a hat-trick.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt good. It was nice to get the first one, and just gonna kind of clear it up. I kind of got credit for the third goal that put us in the lead, but that was actually my line mate, Mitch Cook, and I've played with him for kind of 2 seasons now, so it's awesome to see him get his goals too. So yeah, they kind of advertised it as a hat trick. I just had that second goal and the overtime one, so I didn't end up getting it, but it was nice to get the win, and it's good that my line mate scored as well.
So you're giving up a hat trick for your teammate, JD. That's very honest of you.
Yeah, it was completely him. I actually don't know how I got credit for it, but it's all good. We got the job done. So,
but you got the overtime goal, and that was obviously great to score an overtime goal.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, 3-on-3. There's a lot more ice out there and a lot more space to be creative, and for us to get that power play 4-on-3, it's huge to be able to shrink the zone and be able to apply a lot of pressure. And we got a lot of shots and chances, and nothing was falling until obviously that last shot that I got to squeak in 5-hole and help our team win. So,
and you kind of needed the win, to be fair. I know it's been sort of up and down season for you. You're there in 5th place, which is okay, but you'd lost 3 in a row, so you kind of needed that one, didn't you?
Yeah, for sure. It has been kind of a streaky season, which is obviously good and bad, but our goods are really good. We've gone on a couple good winning streaks, and then we just have a couple lulls where it's 2 to 3 game losing streak. And even though it's a 3-game losing streak that we just snapped, we played good teams and didn't play awful. So there's a lot of positives in those games, and they were close games. And like I said, it is good to get back in the winning column, but last night was a great start for hopefully what we can continue this weekend.
So you play Glasgow again then tomorrow. You'll obviously know plenty about each other after last night's game.
Yeah, I think we're both still searching for a game that finishes in regulation with Glasgow. But we got the long trip up in the morning tomorrow, and looking to get another win to come back and play Guildford at home. So,
I mean, how difficult is it? You're obviously going to come back late tomorrow, and then you play on Saturday. How difficult is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, but you got to think just every guy on the team's going through the same thing. And for the most part, this is kind of a unique situation, but for the most part, like Glasgow just had to come down and play us. And usually we would play them back to back, and they would have to be doing the same travel as us. So it's not really an excuse, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we do have Guildford, which they won't have the travel like us. And it'll just be us having to be prepared and and ready to play a game in our own barn. So.
Well, you played Guildford a few times this season as well, but with the Challenge Cup, so you obviously, again, the two teams know each other well, I would imagine.
Yeah, we get to play Guildford and Cardiff a lot, just with them being in our division for Challenge Cup, and Guildford's always a tough competitor. I mean, I think it's huge for both teams at home. I think it's tough for us to go into there, and I think it's tough for them to come into our building. So we have them in our building, fortunately, Saturday. So again, just got to get the job done where we feel we have an advantage.
Your second season at Blaze, how are you finding it?
Yeah, I love it. It's my 5th year pro, and it was my first experience where I was able to re-sign with a team where I enjoyed the guys, the area, the coaches, and felt the trust. And to have not to start brand new with a new team, signing 1-year contracts every year and switching up teams, it's nice to come back to a familiar place and being already familiar with our coaching staff and the returning guys that came, and then just helping along the new guys and kind of showing them the ropes around Coventry as best I can.
Because that's kind of the nature of hockey, isn't it? Rosters tend to get changed every year, so you'll say
For
it's
sure.
nice you're able to actually get a second year with someone.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think a big thing for me last year was that it was probably the best locker room I was in hockey, or at least in pro. All our guys were unbelievable, and we had a really great team last year. And the guys that were returning made me eager to come back, and I knew that our coaches would do a good job with the replacements we needed, and we just filled right back up where we were last year, and we got a bunch of great new guys who fit right in, and no, it's awesome. It's been everything that I wanted. So,
and an American in Coventry, how do you find that?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, like I said, last year was my first time in the UK in general, so just trying to check out everything this country has to offer, and trying to do as many little day trips and check out the culture and the different architecture that's around here. And I don't know, I find it fascinating. I love coming over to Europe. I've done it a lot. Just it's never been the UK before until last year, so I think it's great. And like I said, the English speaking helps. I've played 2 years in Sweden, so they speak English, but it's not their first language. So having English be first language here, and obviously just accents are a little different, so everyone knows I'm not from here when they hear me. But
well, JD, it's been a real pleasure to talk to you. Best of luck this weekend. Thank you very much.